Hey creative beautiful friends, today we are going to paint this gorgeous purple and orange iris. As you can see, I have dressed up for this video in the colors of this beautiful iris, and it was loose, it was fun to paint, and it's really a beautiful way for me to just show you step by step, just two simple layers as to how to create this. So if this sounds good to you, let's dive in straight away into the video. Hey guys, so let's go and look at the reference photo first. This one is from this beautiful Maury Girl Art Life calendar 2023. A lot of you have asked me where I've gotten this calendar, where you can buy it, and I am so sad to say it's probably out of stock because it's obviously in June already and they wouldn't sell this calendar anymore. But maybe watch out for the 2024 one later this year. Okay, anyway, this beautiful watercolor painting of an iris just captured me, and there's so many beautiful beautiful paintings in this calendar. This one really captured my attention because of obviously the beautiful bloom, but mostly of the beautiful way the leaves are pointing, and it captured a lot of movement, a lot of beauty. So let's try to recreate this painting. I am using my Saunders Waterford 100% cotton 9x12 pad. It came off the block. It came off the cover, so I can't really show that to you. And today I'll be using just my 3/4 inch flat Princeton Heritage and probably a couple of round brushes that I have as well. My regular tube paints that I squeeze into my palette, and all of the palette and the paints and everything can be found in a link in the description, my affiliate links, so go and check it out and support me by clicking on the links and buying from them. That would be really, really wonderful to help me out as I create this content for you on my channel. So let's go straight into this first petal here, and I'm just going to use the dirty purplish section of my palette. And I always like to do that just to, well, not waste paint that I have left over. And whatever that I have here on my palette from my previous painting is usually a mix I like anyway. It's a very nice mixture of all the colors that I use very often. So let's go in and place that first beautiful glidey petal here. So I've been in the mood to paint irises lately. I mean, I love my iris paintings. I really enjoy creating the different perspectives. So a flat brush is really one of my favorite brushes to use at the moment. And I've created just these two very easy starter kind of petals, keeping them still quite wet. And I'm gonna drop in a little darker hue of this purple and permanent rose mixture. Okay, dark Cezine purple, permanent rose mixed in together. And then there's a bit of shading here. So I'm just charging this part of the petal with a little bit of darkness and shadow. Just letting it bleed a little bit. Okay, I'm going a little bit more careful than I usually do because I'm just feeling that this is such a beautiful painting. I want to honor it. So just getting my gamboge here and just placing some marks in the middle, a bit of orange at the bottom to create a bit of variation. And purple and orange just go so beautifully together. They're both secondary colors and they're very close. They just work so gorgeously. I'm gonna pull out the other two petals now. So just gently touching, not too much, getting this one down here and charging that again with a darker mixture of that purple and permanent rose, and then doing it the same for the other side, keeping it light, keeping it breezy. I really like how that one's turned out. Ooh, that's a bit dark. So you see, I didn't mix it up with the permanent rose for that one. I was a bit lazy, so I just touched it with my dioxazine purple and feeling like it's just gone a bit too dark. And don't worry, you can always just blend it together with a mediumly saturated brush and just let all the happy accidents happen anyway. Okay, maybe a bit more darkness up here while it's still wet. Beautiful. I like that. Really like that. Okay, so now let's pull out this beard that we have here. I'm going to use just lots of that. In fact, I'm going to almost just water, touching the middle and creating just a little beard that's semi-touching the other two petals, but not too much. Keeping it nice and wet. And then same, getting a nice mixture here of a darker purple. I'm gonna just change it up and drop a bit of this another permanent rose that I have. This is the Shinhan, PWC Shinhan. So, but you just use whatever pink that you have, that you like, that you're drawn to. And I'm just gonna try to keep a nice white space down the middle here. So just lifting some of that color, because I'm looking at how the reference has a little white space here, and I really like that. But letting this charge up the side a bit more. Not bad. Really not bad for that first layer down of this iris. And I think this is the point we can probably leave this for now and go into the leaves. So I'm going to grab a bit of my olive green. This is Mission Gold olive green. Very, very vibrant, beautiful, lively olive green. And then maybe mixing it up together with some of the other greens that I have on my palette here. And then just following the center of this flower to pull a stem down, just like this, touching the flower if you like a little bleed or not. Okay, and then this is a real fun part. Now we're gonna just do these big glorious strokes of the leaves, and I love my flat brush for that because it can really create some nice big fat iris leaves. If you're interested in a leaf tutorial, I have done one which is specializing in how I make loose leaves with a flat brush. Gonna wash off lots of that pigment, but still getting just a tiny bit a lighter hue this time. Maybe dropping in some gold. I have quinacridone gold here because I see some golden leaves coming up this side, and I think that will give it a really nice variation of green. Let's be brave and do one that is just crossing over, but behind this petal, okay? Just be brave. And then some smaller ones. Going into that gold again, mixing it together with the green, I'm gonna pull just one leaf here. And I think this is always a beautiful way to practice where to place the leaves, how you where you point the leaves towards, because oftentimes, especially when I got started, and I still struggle with this, but to make my leaves look like they are organically emerging out of the bouquet and not just all in a specific direction, okay? So following my reference, there's one sticking out here like this, and that one actually follows down here to come down into here. All right, it goes behind the flower. And then maybe one here. And then a really light one, maybe here. There's a light one with a light value. And I'm just realizing there are two tiny little buds. So let's create them. So one right here, and using just whatever purple I have to just create like a doop, like that. And then just one up here, very light. Wash off all the pigment of that purple. Grab any green gold you like, greenish gold. And then just pull a stem down. Oh, that's gone a bit bleedy. All right, that was a lot of water in that bud, but it's okay. I was a bit too lazy to fix that. And paying the price. It's okay. No one's gonna go, oh my God, you messed up that bud. In fact, it looks kind of cool. It's really nice and bleedy. All right, right now, I'm feeling that the middle of this iris can be punched up a little bit more. It's quite dry, so we can go in there and just punch up a bit with a yellow, an orange, a Gamboge orange, and just darkening the center. And I'm liking these tiny little grainy like leaves that I see, just to create a bit of just dimension and differentiation. So for that, I'm gonna go and grab my size 6 round Princeton Heritage. Very lightly grabbing that goldish, ochre-y, grainy color, and just creating these dots that will form a stalk. Wiping some of the value off so that you can get some lighter dots, some darker dots. And I just love this reference calendar because there's quite a lot of paintings that give you ideas for how to do a beautiful arrangement, to compose your own sort of floral arrangement. Okay, let's do that for now. And we're just gonna pull down just very light stalks using the same ochreish or golden color, because this is just a filler. So it's not meant to like stand out superbly in any way. And it's nice not to need to change colors anyway, because then you can just be a bit lazy. I am really liking this. Really liking this. Beautiful. All right, so from now, I am just going to probably leave this to dry, and then we can come back later on for the next layer of some details. Okay, we're coming back to this painting. I must admit, I didn't wait for it to be super duper dry, but I think we're good to go. It's good enough, all right? I'm an impatient gal. I'm gonna grab my smaller silver black velvet round, which is a size 4, and I am probably just gonna create some very soft veiny details in the petals because it's begging for some kind of veiny details, some kind of a definition and highlight. So I'll do the first one by creating that petal fold that I see here. And I'm really not an expert in creating this kind of depth of petally folds. I don't do too many realistic type painting, but once in a while, it's fun to just challenge yourself and to do something out of your comfort zone, right? I'm sure we all can agree there. There's much to learn in places of discomfort, right? Just kind of balance your sense of discomfort with safety, because we all want to need to feel safe as well. Safety and discomfort. Where is that line? How do you toe that line? All right, so just putting marks here and there. And the problem with this reference is that it's so bleepingly small. I'm gonna grab my glasses here to study the details a bit more. There we go. I can see more. If you see me now, I'm looking a bit more nerdy, but it's fine. Old lady needs her glasses. All right, so I'm just gonna create some lines here like that, just coming down. Using the image as inspiration and just going with just a more watery glaze here, just to see how that feels. And then going back to a more stronger pigment. If you see me paint my irises in other ways, you know that there's never one way to paint irises. You can always choose to go a bit more abstract, if that's what you're feeling like on that day, or something a little bit more detailed. So I added some of my Payne's Gray into that purpley mix because I just felt like I wanted something a little bit darker since we are going into the details. So let's just be a bit bold. Just be a bit bold with some of these details around the edges and stuff. All right, so I'm just gonna go a bit crazier now and just creating lines. But not too much that it is just a bit nuts, okay? All right, and grabbing some of that orange or gamboge and just creating some little marks of orange on the bottom petal here on the beard, which is something you occasionally see, and maybe some out here into these petals too, the next ones here. All right, just to give it a tiny bit of that. Look, I've made some details. I'm observant. Done. Are we done? Okay, wait. Let's grab some dark burnt umber. Okay, and I'm just going to just darken my middle of this iris with like some kind of like two little eyes. There we go. I think that's enough. Let's do some shading or shadows on the leaves. So grabbing my half-inch flat. I always struggle to say these flat brushes size because they're in inches. So this is a half-inch flat, and I occasionally use my 3/4 inch flat. So going to my half-inch flat, and I'm going to create some darker green using the same olive green that I have. And guess how I'm going to make a dark green? I'm going to add dioxazine purple into that green. So I'm actually mixing the purple with the green to create this green that will give some harmony to the painting. And then I'm just going to go and just darken some of the leaves. And if you want to choose one side where the shadow falls, you can go ahead. Okay, so I'm just choosing the left side of some of the leaves, but it don't have to be so prescriptive. It can be maybe just the bottom part of the leaf as it fades into And just go by feel. Using your reference, this is like the bottom of the leaf, kind of. I'm trying to do that. You know how when the leaf folds and then the bottom part is a little bit shadowy? Yep, I think I kind of achieved that. Yay! Little wins, okay? As you can tell, I am no expert in, as I said before, this kind of realistic style, trying to get the shadows and all that right. So it's such a good exercise to push yourself, all right? So this tutorial, I would say it's a combination of sitting in my comfort zone, at the same time slightly pushing myself out so that I am able to learn and grow. And I'm sure that's what all of you guys are doing who are watching this anyway. When we take an online tutorial, you are completely being guided by someone else to do something you've probably never done before. So kudos to you. I love watching YouTube and learning from YouTube, and that's how I started painting, and that's how I've learned everything I know through this beautiful medium. Okay, so just maybe one more strip here, and I am absolutely loving how this is looking. Okay, so now I'm just going back and I'm noticing there's a bit of emptiness here, so I'm gonna add those little, like, you know, wheat grainy type filler just here and there on the inside of this area here, just to make it seem not so weird and sparse, like something's missing. So just as I did before, don't be afraid to go over now that most of these leaves are dry anyway. And I think this is good. Oh, wait. I always say that, but then I go, wait, not really. All right, the grainy bits can afford a tiny bit of shadow and detail. So grabbing some burnt umber and just dabbing some dots here and there, just to create some shadow and depth to these otherwise maybe quite flat looking grainy bits. Bobbity boos. Just not too much because the hero flower is still the iris, but just to keep up with the whole, you know, second layer thing. Beauty. And there we have it, a beautiful single iris that is semi-realistic, but still very loose. I hope you like it because I really enjoyed painting it. And there you have it, the beautiful purple and orange simple iris painting. If you are interested in a little freebie that I have for you, I have written a little mini ebook called 9 Secrets to Loose Floral. Get it already by just signing up to my mailing list, and I'm doing this because I put the link in the description below. Go and get it straight away. I really put a little bit of my heart and passion into writing this tiny little ebook, so I hope you enjoy. Otherwise, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up because the YouTube algorithm would love that. And I'll see you in the next video.